Joshua in Idaho, if you can get to this quickly, I will try to take your call. Otherwise, I'd rather you just call back on another week.
No, I'll just address it real quick, and then I'll hang up and let you guys discuss it on the air.
Okay, thanks.
So earlier in the show, you guys stated something that there's no way to investigate evidence for God.
Well,
I think he's referring to investigating the resurrection.
Yeah, there's no way for me to investigate the resurrection. If there's a God currently existing, then there may be a way for us to investigate that. I just don't know what it is, because that God would need to kind of show up in some way that's detectable.
Right, and I can agree with you on that. I wouldn't say that I'm a practicing Christian or anything, because I'm far from it. But I'll let me see if I can compare a little bit about this. So let's say that the Bible itself is an alleged book of historical events that allegedly took place.
Yes, and there are. Hang on, Josh. It's real easy. There's a bunch of things in the Bible that I have no problem believing are real, and there are other things in the Bible that require more than just a claim. Like
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah. So if we say, hey, this person existed and got in a fight with this other person, okay, I'm fine with that. If you say this person walked on water, I need more than a claim.
Right, okay. I could agree with you on that. So saying it would be completely obtuse to say that George Washington was a president, as in saying a guy churned water into wine.
Yeah, those two things are very different. And one of the ways that we know these things is that some historical accounts, you have information from the people who were opposed to it. So it's not all coming from one side. So we know George Washington was president because not only do we have current historians who lived at the time writing, but we have some of George Washington's writings, and we have people talking about what he did that was good and what he did that was bad and what they liked and what they disliked. It would be absurd to say that George Washington was an invented fiction. On the other hand, you don't know that for Moses. Moses, all of the things about Moses read like storybook fiction. A babe put into the water, rescued by a pharaoh, raised in a position of privilege, and then chosen by God, but he can't speak, so he has his brother speak for him, and then he goes and he does magic tricks for Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's magicians can do the same tricks, and then there's plagues and all this. Right. None of that reads like real or true. So I have no reason to think that Moses ever existed.
He recorded or how he documented his own death.
Well, that one's easy. I would be fine with the notion that one person, even Moses, may have written a good chunk of that, and then somebody else added his death to the end of the book. That is a weaker argument from atheists, in my view. But the thing is, when we look at all the things about Moses's life, there's nothing there that we can confirm that sounds like a real person. It all sounds like fantasy.
A fable, yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. And, I mean, like I said, I know you guys are tapped for time now, and this is the first time I've actually ever been able to call into your show and talk to you, Matt. I mainly listen to the other Matt, what's his name?
The other Matt?
Karn.
There's another Matt?
Matt Slick? You're talking about Matt Slick? Well, send him a message.
I listen to him when he...
Maybe call him when we
Josh.
have more time, Josh.
I gotta let you go, but call me back another week and send Matt Slick a message, because I just talked to him a couple weeks ago, or a month or so ago, I think it was. But yeah,